Get started in 5 minutes, guys. Got a standing desk now, so and a new microphone, kind of like boom stand or whatever. So I think the sound quality is going to be quite a bit better here, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, I think that's going to be good. And I gotta listen. I need you guys listen to Evan Carmichael. Pretty good YouTube channel. It's a good synthesizer, I guess, knowledge synthesizer.
Once you have
I
a
wonder if I'll
fear
get
that you might be wrong, but
a
you have
copyright claim for
still
this.
the
Gotta listen to
audaciousness and
the Ray
courage to go
Dalio.
forward, you're a lot smarter than the person who thinks they know. There's a quote that Jefferson said, "He who knows he knows not is closer to the truth than he whose mind is filled with falsehoods." And so when you know that, and then with your character and your determination, you go forward. The smartest people I know are the most humble. The more you learn, the more you realize, oh, I'm eager to take it. So that's right. And I would say that there are many people in your audience who can plan for a simple lifestyle that can be wonderful. Sometimes we acquire these needs that aren't anywhere near as big as we make them out to be. Do you have a bed to sleep in? Do you have food to eat? Do you have basic health care? Okay, if you start to think, okay, what are my needs that I really need and I'm okay? And how can I make provisions for those needs? Then once you've got that in your mind, you're free.
Need motivation? Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation. Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because in my first business, I was making $300 a month. I quit on my business partner, and the thing that saved me was studying the stories of super successful entrepreneurs. So I hope that this story today helps give you the motivation you need, because I still need it too myself. So today, let's learn from one of the best, Ray Dalio, and my take on his top 10 rules of success. Enjoy.
You can go beyond that. You may say, listen, oh, I can do that for a year or 2 years or a month or whatever. But I think we visualize too much.
What's up, Crypto
the things
Grizzly?
that we're used to. One of the good things
What's up,
about
Sam?
this exercise.
We'll look at
is that you
VeChain.
can
I think there's some decent fundamentals behind it. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but
And like I'm saying,
it might be decent.
if you have a bed to sleep in, and you've got food, and so on, and you have those basics and good relationships with people who care about you and basic health care. So if you budget for that and you figure, how do you have it?
What is
Maybe
up, Ryan?
it isn't in the luxurious place you're in. Maybe it's in the country, and so on. Once you visualize that and you get that down in your head and you say, oh, I can get that, then your stress will disappear, because as you visualize that.
Yeah, Miami's pretty awesome, man.
That's a happy life.
Not gonna lie.
It doesn't take a lot. There's stimulation, there's nature, there's relationships. These fundamental, wonderful things, the most important things, can be obtained. And so for many of you, I think if you look at that and you budget for that, I'm seeing a number of people who are going broke. And I've watched this over many years. And really, it's just the adjustment process. Once they get to that point where, they get settled, they're fine. It's the ambiguity, it's the worry, it's the stress. So if you do that from the beginning and you have that played out in your head, then you know everything from there you can play with, and it's icing on the cake. So I want to emphasize, you can budget for that, you can look at that, find that scenario, find what that looks like so that you know you got it down. Then you know you're safe. Once you've got safe, everything beyond that is luxury.
Rule number 2, practice meditation.
Whatever success I've had has come more from meditation than any other thing, any other influence. And
That's crazy, that quote right there. I mean, whatever. Let me just repeat that. That is insane. He's saying that. I can't believe.
Get settled, you got it.
We'll listen to that quote and then we'll get.
thing, any other influence. And
find what that looks
it's
like
hard
so
to.
that
It's
you
such a
know
long
you
video.
got
It's hard
it
to.
down. Then you know you're safe. Once you've got safe, everything beyond that is luxury.
Rule number 2, practice meditation.
whatever success I've had has come more from meditation than any other thing, any other influence. And you and I know.
That's crazy. Whatever success I've had has come from meditation other than any other influence. That's crazy. Oh, what's up? Yeah, it's Twitch and YouTube now is what I'm doing. So let's get into it, guys. What's up, AZTV? What's up, Crypto Grizzly? What's up, Isaiah? What's up, all you guys? Appreciate all you guys. Let's get into the analysis. I don't want to keep you waiting too long. So there's a few new developments here. Obviously, the highest time frame now that is printing a bearish div is going to be the 4-day here, which nice bearish div. I mean, it's like an even bigger bearish div from back here. It's coming down, so I mean, it would bring a lot based on this time frame. It would bring a pretty good likelihood, as long as this confirms in 2 days, that you would kind of reject from this 29 area or 28 area that we're at right now. Reject from this essentially and come down to retest something significant around 25. And I think you retest 25, you retest the 200 weekly moving average, which unless you really pump up to 40K, 36K pretty soon, I think you probably will retest, that 200 weekly within a week or two here. And, I do think that if you lose that, that's going to be more bearish. It's weird though. Like, it's weird how much we've, messed around with it. It's different this cycle. There's a lot of curveballs with the 200 weekly because if you look at it, there you messed with it, regained it, lost it, regained it again, or rejected from it, now regained it again. I mean, you're messing around with it a lot more than we do historically. Just that once there, another there. If I go on the bigger chart, it would be another time which was the bottom in 2015. So that's what we're looking at right now. I guess if you do lose it, if you lose it, obviously things are going to get a lot more bearish here. And that's going to make this like jump up above it going to be just like maybe an event based on Silicon Valley Bank going down, kind of that thing, other than actual, Bitcoin acting as an inflation hedge, just kind of a falsity of it having that, kind of hard to explain, but that's what we got to keep in mind there. That's kind of the more bearish thing. 3-day is the same. This confirms in 2 days. The 2-day confirms in 4 hours, another bearish div kind of. I believe this dot is higher, but from here you're just getting even more bearish divs, the money flow coming out. So I would say that's a bit more bearish. Not to say you can't continue forward and go up to 40K. It's all a game of probability, but the daily doesn't look good, I don't think, with the money flow getting deeper into the red here. This looks like it's got room to come down a bit more. And where you get onto your kind of bullish case is the 16-hour coming up. So I do have a long in from yesterday. I'm going to post the, it's like a short, a YouTube short, like saying how I got into that. That will be posted hopefully by the end of the day on one of the YouTube shorts. That's from yesterday. Profits are locked in. I also do have a swing short in. Info on that is in the Discord, the exclusive Discord link down below if you're interested in that. I'm not right 100% of the time, but we have a pretty good community there, and a lot of people have liked it. And yeah, and then this is coming up, money flow coming up, and then green dot, essentially right there. And that's the more bullish case, and that would essentially bring us up to 29.5, which is where a lot of liquidations are. I haven't looked at it yet today, but I believe there are a lot of liquidations right there, unless people flopped and groped and all change things. But I believe there's a lot of short liquidations there. The other thing too, if you look at the 6 hour, like we came into the red, now we're coming back into the green. VO starting to curve back down. I would say this should roll over and most likely bring it downward. Now it's just a matter of time when it does kind of roll over. Could we come up back to 29.5? Make a higher high before that happens? Absolutely. And we're going to talk about the potential altcoin season in just a second. Money flow right here. This is kind of neutral on some of these lower time frames. I'd say a little bit more bearish. Blood diamond another 30-minute, but it doesn't mean it's a low time frame. Doesn't mean that much. Doesn't mean that much. So that's that. And then if we look at Ethereum, which is getting a nice little jump here, I want to get up the Ethereum dominance chart as well here. I want to get up to the Ethereum dominance chart as well. So the thing with Ethereum dominance, and this is, I wouldn't say it's necessarily bullish, but it's going to come down, going to be a fight. I would say more bearish. I'd say more bearish. I think Bitcoin's going to remain king here, and this is probably going to come down. It could get down a good amount here, but I think, it fights back. It doesn't go, Ethereum never goes down easily. Ethereum's a fighter. It's a real fighter here. So, yeah. But if we look at Ethereum, now you're getting that little jump up while Bitcoin's not doing anything. So Bitcoin's getting boring. Bitcoin's going away. Stuff is going into Ethereum right now. People are getting more excited with Ethereum. and you probably liquidated a lot of shorts at this level, which I was kind of talking about based on kind of the 12-hour money flow crossover, this stuff, that you could potentially come up a bit higher here, and we have. But how long will this last? Will Ethereum come up even higher, up to 2,000 or whatever, and then alts will run or whatever? Or is this kind of just a lot of this based off of, kind of just Dogecoin, Elon tweeting about that, people getting a little overly excited on the Robinhood apps, and then we just kind of, roll back down. I ultimately think for Ethereum here, in terms of getting in or converting, what I would probably plan on do. I think I've been thinking about it like 12-day or 2-week when to start. I think confirmed in the red on the 12 day is a really good place to start DCing into ETH, start converting Bitcoin into ETH, in my opinion. When I think ETH would probably have a potential to start, outperforming Bitcoin. Doesn't look good compared to Bitcoin still. I think you will get some of these fights here and there, but I think ultimately the best place to buy it is going to be probably when that is going deeper here. Probably this summer. Hopefully, if we do get a sell in May, walk away, like a summer lull, kind of like a 2021 type summer where you come down a good amount and stay there, that's going to be a damn good, accumulation phase. That's going to be good prime real estate right there. And I mean, that's what I think. From summer for altcoins, Ethereum from summer until like, probably March of 2024, like that accumulation period is going to be probably the best thing in my opinion. That's what I'm kind of looking at there. But if we look at, some of these, 6 hour, kind of the same as Bitcoin, I think when this comes back into the red, that might be it. It would make sense to mess around with this point a little bit more. I mean, 2000 is a big area up here. I don't know if we'll get there, but there's, based on the 12 hour, I think there's definitely a shot there. I think the best thing, in terms of how I trade is, lock in profits on the long, set stop loss to entry point, and then lock in profits on the short, and then do that. And then you could have 2 trades, that were locked in profits, whatever price goes. Theoretically, they won't both get stopped out immediately. So wherever price goes, you maybe hit one more take profit. Excuse me. So yeah, let's see here. And let's see. So if we look at Bitcoin dominance, so the Bitcoin dominance thing here, this would be the case. This is rejecting, coming down. A lot of money is going into ETH right now. If this continues downward, which it might, blood diamonds here, these time frames do not look good in terms of money flow, then you see some of the alts would ride. It could be primarily an ETH type season though. So yeah, and then Bitcoin goes sideways, everybody's bored with it, money goes into ETH. Once ETH starts going sideways, everybody's bored with that, then money goes into alts. So that could happen during this month. You could see that during this month, and then it would potentially be a sell in May, walk away. I do feel like at any point our fun could be kind of ended. You know what I mean? I feel like at any point just the fun could be ended here. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, and then the monthly is just so bullish on this. So I think when we do have a pullback, whether it's this month within the next week or whether it's in May, this is going to keep going higher. And then after this goes higher, the next place where this really sees a big jump up, I mean, this could jump up freaking high, guys. There's not much in between. This could jump up to like 55%. That's the place to start looking to ETH, to start looking into altcoins. That's where potential opportunities for generational wealth could be there. It's not financial advice, but that's what that's what I'm kind of looking at there. So yeah. And then if we look at, just obviously look at the thing pumping up like crazy the other day, usually probably a lot of people shorted this and they're kind of losing this, pocket right here to a certain extent. Now it's kind of coming back up. A lot of times what you see with these is they do make a higher high, maybe 11 cents or something, and then they come down just to stop everybody out. This is a big, a lot of people mess with this and trade this. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but usually you do see a little bit of a higher high. Weekly money flow coming out, that doesn't look bad. Man, if we do have an altcoin season, I guess Doge may be the kind of the king of that. Let's see. Let's take a look at XRP. I actually wanted to look at that because that's been lagging a little bit compared to how it's been doing lately. And let's see here. It's trigger wave right there, and then he came up. I must have moved this over monthly. Let's see there. That's coming down with the... Yeah, you're about to get that kind of 12-hour trigger wave. So this would be kind of the Yeah, I see where you're looking at for the potential long here. I see where you're looking at. The only thing you got to be careful with these EMAs and this money flow coming down generally in the 6 hour, but I think you might be okay to come up a bit more and potentially make a higher high here. That's what we're looking at. But I mean, I do think, it's going to probably be something of this nature where, you come up to a higher high, maybe 60 cents or something, but then you could kind of see something of, let's see something, give me 1 second here. Something like this, coming down, something like that, if history kind of repeats itself and then you're back at 20 cents to a lower low. I don't know if that's going to happen. A lot of people are optimistic about the case. I don't follow it that much. I'm not an XRP, master, XRP expert, but what I will say is it's already such a large market cap. I mean, I think there's a lot more opportunities in smaller market caps with probably even better fundamentals than XRP. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking at in terms of what I would do in the next bull run. So, yeah, what I would do in the accumulation phase when I do accumulate altcoins. So if we look at Cardano here, I think the big debate here is, this one looks pretty good in terms of money flow here. Not bad at all. The only thing you got to be worried about is this area. And that would be where, this would be the main case where, if you do roll over again, this is the main fear case here. I'm not saying it's going to go to 20 cents, but I'm saying it's definitely possible. If you just roll over and don't make a new high, then your February high here, then your February 15th high. 42 cents. So, yeah, that's the thing we got to worry about there. It could repeat and just come down there. That could be a pretty big bull trap. If you do come forward and break above here, I think you're on your way to probably 50 cents or somewhere close to 50 cents if you do get that altcoin season. I don't know if we're going to get that altcoin season. I mean, this looks pretty good for the altcoin season, 12, 16 hour, and a lot of things look really good. But when you come down to the 6 hour, kind of choppy there. It looks a little better in Cardano than some others. This definitely looks better in some others. Very neutral in those lower time frames. But if you're just looking at, let's actually go on the daily again, or no, was it the 3-day? Yeah, if you're looking at the 3-day, if you repeat kind of that, what happened after that, that's where you're gonna kind of have to worry there. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but man, if you zoom out on this on the Coinbase chart, this is just garbage. You know what I mean? But man. What's up, Cool? No, I'm not accumulating any alts yet. I'm waiting until probably the next significant pullback. Hopefully, after a sell and may walk away, June onward, I think I'm gonna start accumulating alts. So yeah, but I just don't see enough of a reason to do it. I think a lot of things will still continue to generally bleed against Bitcoin. If we do have an altcoin season now, I mean, we might, and some of them will ride. That's okay. I mean, I think they won't outperform Bitcoin by that much. So yeah, and I'm happy too with, I mean, gold. If we look at this could be, gold is pumping a lot while traditional markets are down. So that's a good sign for, I guess, kind of stagflation, good sign of an inflation hedge. Nobody's going to get rich off gold, but I think this will probably get up to, 3,000 or more and by sometime in 2025, I think. Maybe a little less, but yeah, I think there's good opportunity there. And then if you look at kind of our buddy silver as well, $25. So this was a nice one. And if you were following me for a while, I bought a lot of silver back here in October of 2022. Obviously, if you compare it to kind of Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin outperformed, but this was still, a pretty nice jump up, still a nice jump up. And if we look at, I'm just curious about silver, Bitcoin. What has done better in the last? So since November of 2021, you're still up with silver, but since summer of 22, kind of even there. So that's the thing we're looking at right there. And yeah, let's see. What's up, DCF? Appreciate you. Breakdown trend aided the breakdown trend of BTC pair. Yeah, that's a big thing too. Let's see. Can Tech, I don't know who that is. Let's see. Let's see. I had never heard of that streamer. There was a Turkish streamer I talked to a while ago. The English wasn't too good, but don't know who that is. Let's see, breakdown trend. Up on AVAX, let's see here. Let's look at AVAX. Swindler. I haven't heard that. I forget what that even means. Swindler. That's like a scam artist probably. But yeah, if you look at like if you look at like stuff Crypto Savvy says about like anybody, according to him, anybody who has a course is a scam artist. So yeah, I mean, kind of the world we live in. Everybody's real competitive. So this is coming up, and then a little bit. It's like funny. Somebody's like calling me a swindler, and then somebody comes over to the channel and likes me, and then I get a new fan out of it. Like, okay, interesting. Let's see here. So that's kind of coming up there. A little trigger wave. Yeah, I mean, this is the main. This is like conflicting. I mean, Blood Diamond than this. It's like trigger wave, I guess. I mean, it's a low, close trigger wave, but I guess that's more the case to come up a little bit higher. The altcoin season, I guess. I don't know. You've been consolidating a while. We will definitely see what happens. And then that money flow in the hourly crossing into the green right there. So yeah, and then that 12 hour looks pretty good there. Like kind of how a lot of this market looks. I mean, if you did repeat, let's say you repeated this, wow, that would be a nice jump up from, yeah, that was a lot of that rally. You're not even close to your February high though. $30. That's if you get a nice freaking altcoin rally, a double top with that essentially, and then maybe after that you see a sell in May, walk away, and then towards the end of the year. I mean, the thing too, guys, is traditional markets may not bottom out until middle of 2024. So I mean, it is possible you could stay bullish for another month and then see like freaking 8 to 10 months of like general bearishness potentially. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I think that's possible. 3-day chart when you get yellow X, each wins. Interesting. Wait, on the 30 LX and 3-day, yeah. Those are, yeah, I mean, those are dime a dozen. You got to look at all the charts, but yeah. Decent run in gold, silver over the past. Oh, you're saying gold versus. So let's actually look at that. I haven't looked at that chart in a long time. So let's see here. Okay, I think silver is going to start to run better. I think silver is going to, yeah, I think silver is going to start to outperform gold, as it typically does in those precious metal bull runs based on this. If it plays out like that, or plays out like that. And then it obviously does better in the times where it's not in a bull run. So I think silver is going to, start to outperform this. But good, who said that? Oh yeah, cool. Shout out to Cool. Appreciate you, man. Are you thinking altcoin season, Cool? Yeah, summer I think is going to be. I wouldn't, it's a DCA opportunity, but I think summer is going to be the beginning of when I'm going to, for long term, be getting into alts, and I think that's the important part, because like if you guys, I don't know why people really think this, but if you think you missed the boat on like Bitcoin so far, just doubling in price almost, like you really didn't, because first of all, who's getting rich off of Bitcoin doubling in price unless you have already your entire net worth, everything you have in it? Don't do that. Not financial advice. You're not getting rich off of that. We're looking for more altcoins with potential 10x's to 50x's, even potentially more. That's where you miss the boat if all the altcoins are already up 10 to 20x. That's kind of where you miss the boat essentially. So, yeah. Let's see. A0. Gold, silver. Thoughts on Link. Savvy, Splatbill. Yeah. Thoughts on Link. Savvy and BitBoy had a little bit of beef too. BitBoy won that kind of argument so far because it did go higher. BitBoy was right. Savvy is a little, I'm always like open-minded towards people, but Savvy talks a lot of nonsense about a lot of people. But I don't know if that good for him, if it gets him more attention, more views. I mean, you gotta good for him. But I mean, it's almost like fitness YouTube sometimes. But it's kind of his like main, because I do watch him. I used to watch him a good amount. Like his main thing was invalidated if Bitcoin, closes a weekly above the 50 weekly moving average, and it did that, and then he's still saying it. I believe I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I believe he's still saying it's going to 4K or whatever. So maybe he's right, but we'll see. Little trigger wave right there. Link is just the most sideways thing I've seen in a while. Oh man. I don't know here. Hard to say. Trigger wave there. It's just too neutral. You know what I mean? It's 16-hour kind of good. It's almost telling me like it wants to come up a little bit here, but I don't know. Let's see. I'm piercing like some Bitcoin even alts every other fortnight, like the video game, not touching extreme small gaps. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. Nothing wrong with that. Cool. Let's look at DXY. So let's see here. I don't know if you guys are able to tell I'm standing up. I got a standing desk now. So the Dixie, like I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think with all like the bad news about the dollar that's kind of coming out it's come out recently, like Russia, China, all of that. I think the DXY may have a dead cat bounce here. That's what I'm kind of thinking. And I think ultimately, as traditional markets continue to come down, I still think there's a shot at hitting this area like 130 in mid 2024. I could be wrong. It doesn't look good in the weekly. There's a lot of strong arguments to say that this will go down farther, but I kind of feel like with the daily here, money flow coming up, all these yellow X's, sell exhaustion, I'm kind of feeling like this may turn around. Could be wrong, I don't know, but I'm kind of feeling like this may turn around as S&P 500, as NASDAQ start to come back down. That's what I'm thinking. So let's look at the McDonald's chart. Sure, did it crash? Why is it so hard to like find? Okay. Oh, it's still coming up. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was going down because of the layoffs. But yeah, this is one of the few ones that just keeps making kind of new all-time highs. This is similar to like Progressive is one of those. I couldn't tell you guys what's going to happen with this. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just kind of weird. I don't know. But yeah, this one too just keeps kind of coming up here. They just can't there's certain ones. I mean, this is obviously a much smaller market cap than McDonald's, but it just keeps coming up, which is interesting. And yeah, let's look at Matic and Dot. So, let's look at a little bit more data here. I do think Dot is going to underperform a lot of alts. It does look good if we do see some of an alt season. Trigger waves there. It does look kind of good at these areas. Definitely looks kind of good there. And yeah, that's coming up there. To that point, and then kind of down. What's up, Mia B? Coming up there, potentially. That's coming down. VWAP kind of coming up. Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Definitely looks... Some of these do look like he could see an altcoin season here, but potentially, like, where would that season bring us? Maybe $1.50? I don't know. Dot looks pretty good. Dot looks better than a lot of other things, too. Dot looks, yeah, that's the thing. There's trigger waves right there. That's going to come up at that point. Yeah, I would say ultimately a little bit more bullish based on what I'm looking at here. You got the bubble pop pattern. Maybe not the worst place to get in a Dot. I don't know. It's like a Dot Bitcoin. So, yeah, I mean, I guess you would argue that it could be here and then we're bottoming out. This looks like the normal freaking Dot chart. Man, that thing bled a lot. I mean, how much did this bleed against Bitcoin from, like, say, here? Yeah, 70%. Wow. I mean, some of these could just keep going down, but, yeah. I mean, even if you miss out on a little bit, you know what I mean? You'll probably get another kind of opportunity towards the end of the year to get in a good Bitcoin evaluation. Let's see. That's what I'm saying, man. Cool. I just wanted to. I don't really think it's an altcoin season. I think it's going to be more bearish. Pull back and Bitcoin dominance comes higher. But I want to like kind of ascertain the possibility because some of these do look pretty good. Like Dot, there's are a few of them that do look kind of good. Hard to say though. Let's see. Sandbox. Let's see, guys. Melcox, BTC. Does anybody know about what happened with that? Pipboy is, he's no longer in the head position for that. Definitely not a good look. Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible, guys. It's not impossible for something like Dot to go to zero, too. That's not impossible here because just because you're in that bubble pop pattern, that's the important thing to reiterate. I mean, just because you hit that bottom here doesn't mean you can't just roll over and come lower like I drew there. You know what I mean? So be careful. That's a good point too. Let's see. Phase 2 from macro perspective. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Andrew? How are you? Gamlao. Let's see. I know you were looking at some charts, Andrew. Let me know if you want to come on right now and share some charts. Gamlao is my moderator. He had some cool charts, some stuff. Let's see. OP chart. We could look at that. Got the blood diamond right there. That doesn't look good by any means. Even that the RSI is there, I wouldn't say that looks good. Money flow coming up there. That's the main thing. That looks all right. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Natural gas. Let's see. Yeah, I think a lot of people were talking about this getting a jump, and I think a lot of you were. Oh wait. Oh my. No, it didn't. Oh my God, yeah. I mean, I said stay away. I mean, I said I would. I don't give any advice, but I said I'm not gonna mess with this right now because it looks terrible. It looks like a shitcoin right there. So I mean, so yeah. I don't know. I think commodities are gonna kind of come down, generally come down as we enter the recession. Yeah. The thing too, I wanted to look at cattle because that kept coming up. But I think as you get into the recession, whenever that may happen, especially with this double top right there, I think you're getting close, guys. I think you're getting close. I don't know though. INJ. INJ. Yeah, it's true, Crypto Grizzly. You always want to, anybody you listen to, you always want to be cautious. I mean, don't listen to, this isn't financial advice. Don't listen to anything, I'm necessarily saying, do your own research. And what I will say is more often than not, I might have just cut out here. More often than not, what people criticize others for a lot of times is what they are guilty of. What people criticize others for is what they are guilty of. So keep that in mind. But it's just how it is. Let's see. It's freezing. It should be back up. Damn. This internet screws up sometimes. Usually comes back. Let's see. Trying to entering the crypto space. I think in the long term it's going to be bullish, but that's more of a long term thing. Yeah. Yeah, it is freezing now. It should be back almost. Yeah. Now it shows green now, so you guys should be able to hear me. It's still freezing. Damn it. Nah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Which coins do I see skyrocket? Well, it depends. So I think in the next bull run, I think Link is probably going to do pretty good. I think, you know, I think Adam is going to do pretty good. There's a lot that I think are going to do pretty good. I mean, we've gone through the list. There's a lot of them. I'm planning on buying kind of 20 to 30, maybe a little less. But yeah, now we're kind of back. Yeah, I didn't really cut out a little bit there, but yeah, I mean that's what I'm kind of looking at. But right now, I think the Bitcoin, the main area for long term is the DCA strategy, kind of based on the 2 week for DCAing in the red here. I think as long as it stays in the red, it's a good place. Silver, I think, is a pretty good buy. I think that's still a pretty good buy, even though we had the pump. Obviously, it could come down. I think ultimately gold, silver, Bitcoin make the most sense right now for a pretty, next 3 to 5 years. Gold, silver, Bitcoin make the absolute most sense. Obviously, if you're somebody, or I should add in ETH too, I guess, but for a value investing standpoint, I guess like gold or ETH, Bitcoin, gold, silver, those make those make the most sense, I think. I know, I'm sorry, the internet sucks. But it shows we're got green right now. It cuts out sometimes, but it shows it's back up now. It should be fine now, from what it looks like. But gold, silver, Bitcoin look to be really good. Those look to be the best thing for the next 3 to 5 years, I think. And then the 3 to 5 years, look, I mean, if you're selling here's how it works. What's the main quote? Like, you take you be more risky to make your money, and then once you already make your money and get rich, you use that money and put it into less volatile, safer assets such as the S&P 500, things like that nature. So Bitcoin, gold, silver, those would be the profits from those theoretically would be converted over to the S&P 500, maybe the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, what have you, in about 3 to 5 years. Do it slowly like anything else, those kind of profits. And you theoretically, like if we look at a gold, or let's look at a silver SPX chart. Let's look at silver SPX here. Theoretically, let's just say we do something of, because I bought a lot of silver back kind of here towards this area. I did buy more kind of on the way up too, but if we did something of this nature in the next, it would take, this is, I don't know. Let's say like this. Let's say like that. I don't know. Up to that area. What's that percentage? 40%. Still a good amount. Still 40% return on your SPY shares. Pretty good. Maybe you come even higher. Maybe you come up to this area. These could have some potential big jumps. 100%. Double, you got potential to double your SPY shares here. And yeah. What is up, Jason Casper? Shout out to Jason Casper. Appreciate the super chat, buddy. We got to schedule a collab. I got a standing desk. I'm standing up right now, and I got a whole cool studio in my apartment. So made some upgrades, man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Definitely want to have you on the channel, man. But yeah, we're looking at silver versus SPX right here, and some other stuff. I know you were talking about altcoin season. You've had some really good content lately, man. Shout out to Jason Casper. Check out his channel. That guy is a machine. Jason Casper is not human. Jason Casper is like Giga Chad, like unstoppable. Like, yeah. But yeah, standing desk is cool. I put it together this afternoon. Just got it going up. So yeah. But ultimately, we were just talking about next 3 to 5 years. I think gold, silver, Bitcoin, those are the big ones. I'm still kind of holding off a little bit on a lot of the altcoins. I think the altcoin accumulation phase primarily is going to be after the next significant pullback we see in crypto. That may not be if we come up to 40K, if we continue forward to get an altcoin season. That may not be until like a May, sell the May, walk away, and then this summer, that's going to be the place to accumulate altcoins, for potential to, really outperform Bitcoin from, June. I think accumulate from June to kind of early next year is kind of what I'm looking to do for that. That's what I'm looking at right now. We didn't look at the Dow yet, and there was the thing with the Dow too is interesting here, and this is what I've been talking about a lot. So this is just playing green dot, red dot here a little bit. But if you look at the 16-day, this is going to confirm, or maybe the 2 week we could look at. That already, okay, a little bit different. But in terms of that, I think it was a 16-day. I was like comparing it to like a 1. In terms of that trajectory, guys, I drew it out here. This is that trajectory. If you look at where we were in terms of money flow and EMAs, right, you know, you may not bottom out in this until like August of 2024 or something, April of 2024. Kind of that area could be potential. So, yeah, that's the main thing right there. And yeah. Yeah, my maximum bench is what Jason Casper warms up with. And I think that's actually true. I think which is just pretty incredible right there. But yeah, the trigger wave downward, I mean, it's kind of like there, you know, kind of like these areas. I would kind of compare it to kind of this one over here or that, you know, that kind of area. I think you're going to see something like that. It's more of a gradual decline, guys, I would say. More of a gradual decline is what we'll most likely kind of see for traditional markets. We looked at natural gas. I don't know. That I wouldn't mess with. I'm happy with my gold and silver, but this one's looking a little bit better. But I still think kind of as you come into the recession, you get up a little bit higher. Oh yeah, you remember that. Yeah, Jason, it is true. It is true. That was a year ago. Maybe they're lower now, but that is true. I gotta show you the video of my oh man, I've never really. You guys would probably get a kick out of it. If anybody's like an orthopedist or a physical therapist, somebody who like knows about that stuff, that could be a good like uneven thing. If you look at the left scapula, oh man, that has puzzled so many people. Nobody could explain what's happening there. I gotta show you guys that video. You'll be like, what the F? Like, but yeah. Oil. I don't know. I think as you come into the recession, this will continue downward. These blood diamonds will play out. I don't think you would have a double peak here. I mean, who knows? Anything could happen, obviously. I mean, you do have that's a bullish div that could bring us higher. If you do come up, I think you could potentially get close to this top again, give more stagflation. If you do come close to this top, I mean, I think the Fed is going to be forced to kind of raise rates, I think. And that would kind of just continue to bring things down. Hard to say. Will we see any more banks going down? I don't know. That's tough to say. If we better hope that doesn't happen. If that does, that's where you kind of get into real like end of empire, like depression type stuff. Hopefully that won't happen. What's up, Doge? Appreciate you, man. Especially as an investor for the future. Plenty of some of silver. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, with gold and silver, I mean, theoretically you probably could, you know, make a lot of money with silver, but the thing with precious metals is like they'll go up, they're a good hedge against inflation. I mean, I don't hold physical. I travel too much. You know, I'm moving around too much. You know, I don't. What am I going to take all this gold in my apartment? I mean, I just do ETFs, but yeah, I mean, gold and silver. I think ultimately in this environment, I mean, I do have cash too, just because you need liquid to buy this stuff when it goes down. You know what I mean? I do hold a good amount of cash. I don't mess with the treasuries or any of that, the CDs. I just do it in a savings account. I mean, I think at Fidelity, Goldman Sachs going 4-point-something% FDIC insured. Fidelity 4-point-something% FDIC insured on those. I mean, I'm happy with that. I mean, you probably could get a little bit more if you lock it up for 6 months or 12 months, whatever the people are doing. But I don't know. I just like to have it like available. But yeah. So yeah. This is the Dow Jones ETF, but somebody was telling me about this. They call it the diamond or whatever. I thought somebody was telling me about actual diamonds they were buying or something. But yeah, this is obviously the same as the DJI. I mean, these EMAs, you've been in the bright for so long here. It feels like you've got to kind of come down at some point. Let's see here. Excuse me. Let's look at some Bitcoin on like lower time frames. Cash is good, yeah. If you could earn a, yeah, I would just say at least try to get the, don't keep it in a checking. Don't do the, not financial advice, but get the percentage you can on it. Um, Thing too, just in these environments, gold and silver will most likely outperform cash. Cash is just good for getting into the altcoins and getting into the stuff when kind of the DCA into the stuff when the time is right. What I kind of think. That's the main thing there. So I mean, if we wanted to, yeah, in terms of right now, let's take a look at this. So do have the trigger wave, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the 12 hour, these don't look bad. I mean, this doesn't look bad. Where was that trigger wave there? 10 hour to trigger wave. Not bad. I mean, I could see it's coming up a little bit higher, maybe getting that 29.5, that area. Let's look at some of the headlines that we like to do on this this channel. Let's see. Oh, okay. And the thing too is what we're noticing on, take this with a grain of salt, CNBC. Everything is paid here, but Italy bans ChatGPT. That's interesting. I'm sure you could still use a VPN, kind of like China banning Bitcoin. You're not gonna do much with that really, but traditional markets are down, and layoffs are up. Where was the article? There was an article, layoffs. Yeah, job openings, bad. As traditional markets are down. I think bad news is becoming just bad news. And I think inflation is almost peaking. Could we see another jump in inflation, in the next few months into the summer? Absolutely. But I think after that, you will see oil come down. You will see cattle finally come down potentially, unless there's some unexpected thing that, we know. I think you'll see traditional markets continue to go down. We'll just see that kind of more deflationary area. And what performs very well there, it's probably going to be gold and silver. And hopefully this is the time where it's right. Hopefully Bitcoin, but we don't know. We really don't know. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, Doge, you're in. Oh, yeah, whey. Who was talking about whey? Somebody somebody in the Discord was talking about whey protein. By the way, guys, if you're interested in the exclusive Discord, link in description below. We are long and short at the same time right now, so hedging the bets. If you just go, not right 100% of the time in there, but check it out if you're interested. Also, if you sign up to any exchanges down below and deposit at least $100, sign up with my link down below, deposit at least $100, I will give you one free month in the exclusive Discord. Just shoot me a DM on Discord with your UID, and I will get you sorted. Yeah, they did arrest Trump. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I haven't been following it too much. I mean, some people think that it'll help Trump. Some people think that it'll hurt him. I think ultimately Trump is probably, I mean, anything could happen. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, guys, but I think ultimately Trump has got it in the bag for the Republican nomination. He can he beat Biden? I think there's a good shot, especially if we're in a recession. The Dixie up here. So do I see it going below 100? That's so hard to say, man. In terms of what we're seeing on the money flow coming up here on the 4 hour, I think most likely if you do come to 100 or the high 90s, you'll get a jump. You know what I mean? That's a coin flip whether you would go down below 100. That's tough, but I generally think you'd probably start to come up. Is my internet cutting? Yeah, the upload speed is still weird here. Damn it. It's how is whey protein a? Is it? No. Is it? Let's just go. Is it this? Let's see. Dixie breaking 100. No, it was the Hmm. Yeah, that looks kind of good. I don't know. I have no idea. This is a weird chart. I don't know. What is this? Does anyone know what this even is? Contract sweep? I don't. Yeah. DeSantis has a better chance than Trump of beating Biden, probably. That's why they'll probably make it so Trump gets the nomination because they think Biden will beat Trump probably. But I think Trump would probably beat Biden. That's what I kind of think. I think Trump's probably going to beat Biden. I think the I think the stock market will be down enough where it's going to irritate enough people. I think there's going to be enough bad economic things where Trump's going to get just enough support, and I think he'll win. I mean, I think it'll be close, but I think he'll probably take back Arizona. He probably could take back at least one of the Rust Belt states, maybe take back Pennsylvania or Wisconsin, whatever. And that's probably enough. You take back, oh yeah, Georgia, he lost. You take back Georgia, Arizona, Wisconsin, that's enough. That's what I kind of think. I mean, depends who he picks as his Veep, too. That could mean something. I don't know if he would pick DeSantis. I think DeSantis would just stay as governor, but I don't even know if DeSantis will run. I don't know. Do you guys think DeSantis definitely will run? He's going to have to decide by pretty soon. I think you would have to hear an announcement by what? Summer, September? I mean, we're getting close to where the primaries start in January, right? The debates start in the summer, right? Yeah, the debates start. And I think enough people are running where they're going to take the votes away from DeSantis. I don't even know if DeSantis will do it. I know, like, it's weird, like, because with politics, like, people, and it's even, like, investing, too, people have such differing, like, opinions on what they think is going to happen with it, too, which is interesting. That's the thing, too, Biden being so old, like, if whoever he runs against, there's going to be, like, a moment in the debate where Biden just seems completely out of it, and that's where it's kind of like a lot of people on the fence are going to think, okay, let's go with Trump, but, yeah, what's up, Christopher Wawa? Yeah, what's up? What's up? So yeah. So let's see here. And yeah, let's see. Kind of that area. Here's a hot take. If Trump wins, we go on insane moon gliding pump in all markets. Those numbers go up. Look at my stuff. I don't think it would affect it that much, DCF. I think it would go up just because that's generally what happens, as you get into 2025 when he becomes president again, after you bottom out in 2024 or whatever. That's what I think generally would happen. I don't think he would affect it too much. I'm sure there's a few things he would do that could kind of make it pump up a little bit more, but at the end of the day, I mean, I don't think it's gonna really do too much. Let's see. Yeah, that was that fund. AGQ is a leverage fund on silver. I do have a little bit of this too, which is doing pretty well. Yeah, not half bad here. And I like the kind of went in on this huge monthly bullish div, right around there. And you got to wait a little bit, but now we're up, and I think you might. I mean, you might even get back up to these areas potentially. I mean, this would be a big freaking jump up. I think crypto would probably prevent that, but maybe a 500% with this. Maybe in the next, it may take time, but into 2026, 2027, maybe. Biden said he'd only run once. It seems like he wants to do it again. If he doesn't, man, I wonder who would do it. I don't know, guys. Kamala would probably have a good chance of getting it, depending on who runs. I think if Newsom runs, which I think Gavin Newsom might do it. He might run I don't know though. He might run if Biden doesn't run and Gavin Newsom runs, I think he'd have a good chance of getting that nomination. And he probably, I would kind of think he would be able to beat Trump just because he's younger, the main reason, and could kind of talk somewhat better. You know what I mean? Hard to say. I really don't know. I think it's probably going to be Biden, though. Yeah. Isn't there a popular quote by Trump? It's kind of funny where he's like, nobody knows the market like me. Nobody knows the stock market like me. But yeah. let's see here. Let's actually look at. Jeez. That's the thing too. Like everything we're exposed to is like freaking so carcinogenic, and we wonder why we're dying. What's Fox Business saying? Trump posted bail, right? I think. Is that what happened? Let's see. Herein, yeah, you missed a lot of it, Ham. Now we're just kind of doing Q&A and just doing the last stuff here. I got to get off in a little bit. But, so, okay, I'll give you guys, like, so I have a long that with locked in profits in the Discord from yesterday. I'm also, I do have a swing short in. We'll see what happens. I do think the likelihood based on kind of the 2-day and, you know, the 6-hour coming down here combined with like 2-day, 3-day will most likely bring us down, assuming that 2-day is confirmed. I guess it's possible you get an altcoin season, Bitcoin kind of stays sideways and the alts pump potentially. I don't know if I'm really seeing that yet. We'll have to wait and see. Hard to say, but you know, it's all about kind of hedging the bets. So yeah, if you guys are interested in the Discord and link down below, if you sign up to any exchanges down below and deposit at least $100 with my link down below for those exchanges, I will give you 1 free month in the exclusive Discord. Just shoot me a DM on Discord with your UID. Let's see. Here in Europe, the media says DeSantis wants to beat Trump and take the Republican Party leadership. Yeah, that's what people are saying, kind of. I don't know if it'll happen. I think Trump would beat DeSantis, though. Kamala would probably lose to Trump, I think. I think Gavin Newsom might be able to beat Trump. I think that's who probably has the best bet of beating Trump. The quote that people say, like, it's the economy's stupid, I think that does mean a good amount. So I think if the economy's bad by that point, which I think it will be, I think we would have already bottomed out with traditional markets, but I think it'll still be kind of bad. I think the Republicans kind of got it in the bag. But yeah. For anyone just here long, yeah. Yeah, big slongs, guys. So the other thing, let's look at a few of the news articles. Let's see. Job openings tumble to lowest level in years. Okay, that's the big thing there. Dogecoin soars. This is almost like, I was thinking about this a little bit, like the Twitter logo being Dogecoin. It's kind of the same thing when he had the Bitcoin, hashtag Bitcoin in his Twitter profile description. I don't know. It kind of makes me feel like our boy Elon might be trying to sell some of his Doge. I don't know. You know what I mean? It might be, he's a bump and dumper. Not that I don't like the guy, but he does do sleazy stuff sometimes with it. It almost feels like, yeah, when it's right in front of your face. So, yeah, we'll see, though. I think somebody told me, I forget where it was, somebody said the OPEC thing, oil, this predicted like 2 weeks before the main 2008 crash. I mean, history never repeats exactly, but I don't know. I wouldn't consider it to be too bullish for traditional markets. I wanted to look at Tesla. Coming down there, that area, money flow coming out. Yeah, I mean, this looks like Bitcoin a lot. It's funny how they don't even really own much Bitcoin anymore, but like that's the same freaking high as, like, this looks like an altcoin, same high as the altcoins. This is what a lot of the altcoins pumped up about 100%. That's wild. Like Tesla just looks like your standard like you know, standard like Cardano or Solana and this, you know what I mean? My guess, you know, generally I think I don't know if we're gonna make a lower low on that, but I think you'll probably get close to that area again sometime towards the end of the year, early 2024. That's where I think would be the good place to probably get into Tesla in my humble opinion. I mean, probably worst case like $70, $60 to 70, you know, these kind of areas. I mean, things do go down a lot, guys. Look at what happened with, you know, Meta and all that. I mean, 85% wouldn't be that crazy. So yeah. There, guys. That's Tesla. And yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that's kind of, in terms of that, yeah, if you do repeat this too with this money flow, then where would this, let's map this out a little bit here. And that's into 2020, that's a while. I mean, it could be more of a consolidation. Yeah. See there. Let's take one last look at Bitcoin, then I think I gotta get off. Nvidia, yeah, oh yeah, let's look at Nvidia first, actually. Or let's look at the S&P 500 quickly, then Nvidia. I didn't look at this yet. What I think could happen here is a double top. I kind of don't see you coming up above 420 there. I mean, maybe a double top with this one if you do. But I do think there's going to be more downside ahead into the end of the year, into the summer too. So you might have a little bit more left, but I don't know. I think you're eventually going to roll over here. Now, Nvidia, let's take a look at. Yeah, it's almost like you're going to make that double top right there. This is like such a popular one a lot of people messed with, but that doesn't look too good on the 10-day. Weekly back in the green, but you could roll over. There's a daily. Bearish dip on the daily. I think it could have a little bit more room to go up, but you're definitely going to, with this money flow this high, you should pull back eventually. You know what I mean? At least do some type of consolidation for a while. Excuse me. Okay, so that was Nvidia. Let's take a last look at Bitcoin here on our Coinbase chart. And let's see. So there to there, you know, it's the same. Confirms in 3 hours now, 3.5 hours. Main bullish case would be these time frames up here, as you can see. Money flow coming up, green dots, that type of stuff. I think if we do trigger wave right there, I think we do come up. I'm looking at 29.5. A lot of liquidations there, but easily could just roll back over with this 6 hour. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. In terms of the high time frames, the 4-day, there is some decent signs that we could be done with this rally. Again, guys, anything is possible. I think the highest we could kind of go up for, you know, continuation of this rally is about 40 to 42K, 40 to 43K, let's say. If that does happen, I think it's going to be more of a Bitcoin dominant rally. Bitcoin dominance is going to continue to rise, and yeah. But I wouldn't be complaining because I do own a lot of Bitcoin, so I would not be complaining if we come up to 42K, and then I would be really looking to, you know, maybe take some profits and then put some of that money back into alts in a few months after, if that does happen, after like the sell and may walk away type thing, which is definitely possible there. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna get off. Last thing, the 5-day. Yeah, split RSIs. I don't know. Kind of just a matter of do we roll over here or come higher? I mean, if it's like this, there we come higher. But well, we're already in the green, so it's like that. In terms of money flow, we're gonna come higher. In terms of RSIs, we're getting close. Even, you know, these RSIs, yeah, these RSIs are higher. Yeah, I don't know. Hard to say. But yeah. So that's the thing, guys. Check out the exclusive Discord down below. You don't have to wait till the first to sign up anymore. It's just going to charge you every 30 days. Patreon changed it. They came to their senses. And oh, the ticker is bots. Oh, for some reason, I thought you said Bitcoin. I don't know what this is. 5-day looks pretty good. Yeah, AI. I mean, it may not have the jump up that you're looking at, like it was last year over there, but you may be able to get a little bit more. I think this will kind of top out when the S&P 500 does. Keep in mind this is a big area over here, 227. So yeah, guys, check out the exclusive Discord down below if you guys are interested. If you sign up to any of my exchanges down below and deposit at least $100, I will give you 1 free month in the Discord. So check that out. Just shoot me a DM on Discord with your UID if you're interested in doing that. So yeah, guys, have a good one. I also have a trading course, really good beginner course if you guys are new. If you guys are new to Market Cypher, want to learn about it, some of my trade strategies, all of that good stuff. So check that out if you are interested. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye.